Welcome back to my YouTube channel Old Quarter Dollar USA. United States. In today's video, we're diving into 3 amazing U.S. From rare finds to historical pieces. Each coin has top 1 the United States of America 1 dime 1980 with a P mint mark represents an interesting period in modern American coinage, both in terms of design continuity and historical context. This coin is part of the Roosevelt dime series, which was first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a leader who guided the nation through the Great Depression and World War II. By 1980, the Roosevelt dime had already been in circulation for over 3 decades, maintaining its classic design while adapting to changes in minting technology and metal composition. The 1980 dime struck at the Philadelphia Mint is particularly notable because it was among the early coins to carry the P mint mark, a feature that was not traditionally used on Philadelphia coinage until 1980. This makes the 1980 P dime historically significant as it marks a transition in U.S. minting practices. The obverse of the 1980 P dime features a left-facing portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinek, the chief engraver of the United States Mint at the time. The inscriptions include, "Liberty," along the left side, the national motto, "In God We Trust," just below the chin, and the year, 1980, positioned to the right of the portrait. The small P mint mark is located just above the date, indicating that the coin was minted in Philadelphia. On the reverse side, the design remains consistent with earlier Roosevelt dimes, featuring a torch in the center symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch representing peace on the left and an oak branch representing strength and independence on the right. The inscriptions, "United States of America," and "1 dime," encircle the design, along with the motto, "E pluribus unum." In terms of composition, the 1980 P dime is made from a clad mixture of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This composition was introduced in 1965 when the U.S. Mint moved away from silver coinage due to rising silver prices and hoarding. The coin weighs approximately 2.27 grams and has a diameter of 17.91 millimeters, with a reeded edge that helps prevent counterfeiting and wear. The clad composition gives the coin its distinctive silvery appearance while ensuring durability for everyday circulation. When evaluating a 1980 P dime in fine condition, collectors look for moderate wear on the high points of the design, while still retaining clear details. In fine F condition, Roosevelt's hair details are visible but somewhat flattened, and the torch and branches on the reverse show wear but remain distinct. The lettering and date should be bold and readable, with no major damage or corrosion. While a 1980 P dime in fine condition is generally not considered rare, its value can increase slightly if it is well preserved or exhibits attractive toning. The mintage of the 1980 P dime was quite high, with hundreds of millions produced, making it a common coin in circulation. However, its importance lies more in its role as a transitional piece in U.S. mint history rather than its rarity. For collectors, it represents the first year that Philadelphia dimes carried a mint mark, aligning them with coins from other mints such as Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. This change was implemented to improve tracking and identification of coins from different mint facilities. From a collector's perspective, the 1980 P dime can also be of interest when found in higher grades, such as uncirculated, MS, condition or with full torch details, which indicate a strong strike. Additionally, error coins from this year, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or missing clad layers, can carry significant premiums depending on their rarity and condition. While such errors are relatively uncommon, they add an element of excitement for numismatists searching through ordinary-looking coins. Historically, the year 1980 in the United States was marked by economic challenges, including high inflation and interest rates, as well as global political tensions during the Cold War. Coins like the 1980 P dime circulated widely during this time, serving as everyday currency for millions of Americans. As such, they carry a subtle historical significance, reflecting the economic and social environment of the era. In conclusion, the United States 1 dime 1980 with a P mint mark in fine condition is a modest yet historically Meaningful coin. While it may not be highly valuable in terms of monetary worth, its significance lies in its design heritage, its role in marking a change in minting practices, and its connection to a specific period in American history. For collectors and enthusiasts, it serves as a reminder that even common coins can hold fascinating stories and contribute to a deeper understanding of numismatics. Coins NMBR2. The United States of America 1 dime 1985 with a D mint mark is a classic example of modern American coinage and part of the long-running Roosevelt dime series. This coin continues a tradition that began in 1946 when the U.S. Mint introduced the Roosevelt dime to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, one of the most influential presidents in American history. By 1985, the Roosevelt dime had become a familiar and essential part of daily commerce across the United States, representing both practicality and historical continuity in U.S. currency. The obverse front of the 1985 D dime features a left-facing portrait of President Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinek. His initials, JS, can be found near the base of the neck, a subtle but important detail for collectors. The word, Liberty, is inscribed along the left side of the coin, while the national motto, In God We Trust, appears just below Roosevelt's chin. The date, 1985, is positioned on the right side, and just above it is the D mint mark, indicating that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. This mint mark is a key feature, as it distinguishes the coin from those minted in Philadelphia or San Francisco. On the reverse, back, of the coin, the design remains consistent with the original Roosevelt dime concept. At the center is a torch, symbolizing liberty and enlightenment, flanked by an olive branch on the left representing peace and an oak branch on the right representing strength and independence. Surrounding these central elements are the inscriptions, United States of America, along the top and 1 dime at the bottom. The motto, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one, is also included, reinforcing the unity of the nation. In terms of composition, the 1985 D dime is made from a clad metal structure consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel on the outer layers, bonded to a pure copper core. This composition was introduced in 1965, replacing the earlier 90% silver coins due to rising silver prices and the need for more cost-effective coin production. The coin weighs approximately 2.27 grams and has a diameter of 17.91 millimeters, with a reeded edge that not only adds to its aesthetic appeal but also serves as a security feature against counterfeiting and clipping. When discussing the condition of a 1985 D dime in fine, F, condition, it is important to understand what this grading level entails. A coin in fine condition has seen moderate circulation, resulting in visible wear on the high points of the design. On the obverse, Roosevelt's hair details are still visible but appear flattened, and some of the finer lines may be worn smooth. On the reverse, the torch, olive branch, and oak branch show signs of wear, but the overall design remains clear and identifiable. The lettering and date are sharp and readable, with no major damage such as deep scratches or corrosion. The mintage of the 1985 D dime was very high, with hundreds of millions produced at the Denver Mint. Because of this large production, the coin is considered common and is still frequently found in circulation today. As a result, its monetary value in fine condition is typically close to its face value of 10 cents. However, collectors may still find interest in this coin, especially if it is well preserved, has attractive toning, or is part of a complete date and mint collection of Roosevelt dimes. Despite its common nature, the 1985 D dime can still hold numismatic interest. Collectors often search for higher-grade examples, such as those in uncirculated, MS, condition, where the coin retains its original mint luster and shows no signs of wear. Additionally, coins with full torch details, where the horizontal and vertical bands on the torch are sharply defined, are particularly desirable among collectors. Error coins from 1985, such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, or planche defects, can also carry a premium depending on their rarity and visual appeal. From a historical perspective, the year 1985 in the United States was a period of economic growth and technological advancement. Coins like the 1985 D dime were used in daily transactions, making them a small but meaningful part of everyday life. They passed through countless hands, from grocery stores to vending machines, silently witnessing the routines of millions of people. In conclusion, the United States 1 dime 1985 with a D mint mark in fine condition is a coin that may appear ordinary at first glance but carries a rich blend of history, symbolism, and craftsmanship. While it may not be rare or highly valuable in terms of price, it remains an important piece of the Roosevelt dime series and a reflection of modern American coinage. For collectors and enthusiasts, it serves as a reminder that even the most common coins can offer insight into the nation's history and the evolution of its currency. Coins NMBR3. The United States of America 1 dime 1988 with a P mint mark is a notable piece within the long-running Roosevelt dime series, representing both the continuity of American coinage design and the modernization of minting practices in the late. This coin, like all Roosevelt dimes, honors Franklin D. Roosevelt, whose leadership during some of the most challenging periods in U.S. history left a lasting legacy. Introduced in 1946 shortly after Roosevelt's death, the dime became a tribute to his efforts, including his support for the March of Dimes campaign to combat polio. By 1988, this design had become one of the most recognized and widely circulated coins in the United States. The obverse of the 1988 P dime features the familiar left-facing portrait of Roosevelt, created by John R. Sinek. His initials, J.S., appear subtly near the base of Roosevelt's neck, a detail often noted by collectors. The word, Liberty, is inscribed along the left side of the coin, while the national motto, In God We Trust, is placed just below the chin. On the right side, the date, 1988, is clearly displayed, and just above it is the P mint mark, indicating that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. It is important to note that the use of the P mint mark on dimes began only in 1980, making coins like the 1988 P part of a relatively modern tradition in U.S. numismatics. The reverse design of the coin continues the symbolic imagery that defines the Roosevelt dime series. At the center is a torch, representing liberty and enlightenment, flanked by an olive branch on the left, symbolizing peace, and an oak branch on the right, representing strength and endurance. Surrounding these elements are the inscriptions, United States of America, along the top and 1 dime at the bottom. The phrase, e pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one, is also included, reinforcing the unity and diversity of the nation. In terms of physical characteristics, the 1988 P dime is composed of a copper nickel-clad structure, consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel on the outer layers bonded to a pure copper core. This composition, introduced in 1965, replaced the earlier silver-based coins due to rising silver costs and the need for more durable and economical materials. The coin weighs approximately 2.27 grams and has a diameter of 17.91 millimeters. Its reeded edge, featuring a series of fine grooves, serves both as a design feature and as a safeguard against counterfeiting and wear. When evaluating a 1988 P dime in fine, F, condition, collectors look for moderate wear that does not obscure the main design elements. In this grade, Roosevelt's hair details are still visible but show noticeable flattening, especially on the points of the portrait. The facial features remain clear, and the inscriptions are bold and readable. On the reverse, the torch and branches exhibit some wear, but the overall design remains distinct and recognizable. There should be no major damage such as deep scratches, corrosion, or bending, although minor of circulation are expected. The mintage of the 1988 P dime was quite large, with hundreds of millions produced at the Philadelphia Mint. As a result, this coin is considered common and is still frequently encountered in everyday circulation. In fine condition, its value typically remains close to its face value of 10 cents. However, collectors may still seek out examples with eye appeal, such as coins with attractive natural toning or minimal of wear. Despite its common status, the 1988 P dime holds significance for collectors who aim to complete a full set of Roosevelt dimes by year and mint mark. Higher grade examples, particularly those in uncirculated MS condition, are more desirable and can command higher prices. Coins with full torch details, where the bands on the torch are sharply defined, are especially prized, as they indicate a strong strike and careful preservation. Additionally, error coins from 1988, such as doubled dies, off center strikes, or planche defects, can be quite valuable depending on their rarity and condition. From a historical standpoint, the late 1980s in the United States were marked by economic stability, technological progress, and the closing years of the Cold War. Coins like the 1988 P-dime circulated widely during this period, serving as everyday currency while quietly reflecting the nation's ongoing development. Though small in size and modest in value, these coins are tangible links to the past, carrying with them the stories of the time in which they were used. In conclusion, the United States one-dime 1988 with a P mint mark in fine condition is a coin that combines historical significance, enduring design, and everyday practicality. While it may not be rare or highly valuable in a monetary sense, it remains an important of American numismatic history. For collectors and enthusiasts, it offers an opportunity to appreciate the craftsmanship and symbolism of U.S. coinage, as well as the broader historical context in which it was produced and circulated.